Hello and welcome to GOA365's English News Bulletin. I'm Shivani Sangelkar and these are the headlines. Several trees were reduced to only their trunks after the Mapsa municipality carried out the cutting under pre-monsoon works, upsetting opposition locals. Garbage has been an issue plaguing the state for several years now. Despite the Chief Minister's directions, panchayats continue to fail in solving the issue, forcing locals to question monitoring mechanism. Yellow alerts until 29 June, but July is likely to see a reduction in rainfall activity. And now for the news in detail. Several trees were reduced to only their trunks after the Mapsa municipality carried out the cutting under pre-monsoon works. The question on the minds of many locals and some councillors is whether the act was warranted, especially since the state has been witnessing visible climate changes.
Our municipality's priorities are always wrong. A ruling side is not understanding what is required to be done when. When desilting and pre-monsoon work is required, they are carrying out encroachment drive to remove boards on the road. When it is required that dangerous trees which have been given by all the councillors. 2 years back, Shubhangi Vangarkar, when she had become the chairperson, she along with Forest Department, Water Resources Department, Deputy Collector's Office, I think Fire Service, everybody had carried out a massive inspection all over Mapsa. Because a lot of trees were under the fear of being uprooted due to the rains. Then we saw the cyclone around that time. Trees got uprooted, we had to do. That list of some 25-30 trees, in my ward also there are some 7-8 trees which we have identified. They are not cutting those trees. These trees which are located in a place where now underground cabling has already been done in front of the market. There are no overhead cables. There is also on both sides of the trees, let's take it for example that the trees would collapse. There is no damage to be done on both sides of the road to any of the structures that are there on either side. Trimming on the top or whichever branches had overgrown to an extent where it could have caused a damage was sufficient. These trees take 15-20 years to grow. Our ruling councillor, the chairperson, they don't understand this, because for them development is only making the road and making gutter. Beyond that they will never understand. There is no contribution to the from the municipality towards nurturing and growing these plants. Neither the surroundings. If you see our entire city, we don't have a place, a single bench somewhere to sit with shade on top. If you want to construct a shed or a temporary structure for the motorcycle association has approached the municipality in January this year. Not a single word has been given, no reply, no permission has been given to them to construct a temporary shed for the rains. They were taking cover under these trees now. So why is it that if you can't provide the facility to the people, what facility nature is giving, you are destroying it? This is the trademark of the BJP and the ruling government. All over they are doing this.
The trees in the Mapsa municipal market should not have been cut extremely, but rather they should have been trimmed. Here where there are a number of trees that are overheading the roads that are actually posing danger to the passerbys, those are not being cut. And here when something is not affecting these people around so much, it's being insensitively cut. Few days back we celebrated Environment Day, and today if you go to see, probably in a span of few days, here we have cut it without thinking. Okay, we had said there were overhead lines and all in this area, it would have been understandable. But if you go to see, here there are no overhead lines even that will cause power disruption. So actually what the municipality has thought about in completely chopping off or cutting these trees, I just don't get. There are many trees that we have been even proposing the municipality to cut for 1.5 years. They have asked us for lists of it time and again, but till date those trees are not yet cut. So whenever we are thinking about nature or we are thinking about the people and rainfall and all, I think we need to consider about everything and actually think about where it is needed and not needed at that very moment.
Dylan Roderick, Subhashish Govekar and Omkar Deshprabhu for GOA365.
Garbage has been an issue plaguing the state for several years now. Despite the Chief Minister's directions, panchayats continue to fail in solving the issue. Some areas in Bicholim's Karapur have garbage strewn across entire stretches of roads. With most of the garbage being plastic, locals complain that water has begun collecting there, allowing for mosquito breeding. Watch.
गार्बेज पयल्यार आयज पावसान सगळी व्हांवून गटारांनी वयता आनी तितूनसून हे गार्बेजीन आमी आतां ह्या रस्त्यान वयता कामाक येता वयता घाणीची गुट्टावणी पडटा आनी सेकंडली भुरगे इस्कॉलाक बीन वयता भुरग्यांकूय वास आनी रोगराई भरपूर पसरूंक शकता गव्हर्मेंटान हेजेर कितें तरी एक्शन घेवंक जाय आनी सेकंडली ह्या रस्त्याक जी गार्बेज उडयता तेजेर कॅमेरा लावन एक्शन घेवपाची गरजेचें आसा कित्याक हेंच्यांनी आपल्या जे प्लॉट घेतल्या जावं आनीक कितें केल्लें जाल्यार ते हेजेर 2 मीटर बाय 2 मीटर खड्डो मारप आनी ती गार्बेज हाडून कुसोवप आनी ती तेजें सारें करून तेणी झाडांक घालप ही गरजेचें आहा आनी ही प्लॅस्टीक सुद्दां आहा पळय तेका सुद्दां यूज करपाची गरजेची हाजी गार्बेज सोंपोवन हे नाल्यान वचोन ती न्हंयन वयता न्हंयन वचोन ते न्हंयचो जो आमी कोण नुस्तें खाता कोण आनीक कितें करता तो सगळो परिणाम लोकांचेर जाता तेज्या शरिराचेर जाता ह्या वाटा तेवर हेका लागून ही वाठादेव आनी मुन्सिपालिटी ह्या जंक्शनाच्या हेजेर पडटा आनी ते पयलीं ते हॉल आसलो सकयल आमचो वाटा देवार तेज्या खंयसर उडयताले त्या ऑनरान एक्शन घेतकून ती फुडें ही गार्बेज हाडून उडयली तेजेर आतां गव्हर्मेंटान मात तरी एक्शन घेवपाची गरजेचें आहा आमी रिक्वेस्ट करता गव्हर्मेंटाक भुरगे आयज ह्या रस्त्यानसून वयता म्हणटकूच भरपूर हेजेर रिक्वेस्ट करता.
Bicholim chairperson Kundan Farari, while admitting to the problem, stated that the issue persists along the municipality's border. While the local panchayat is responsible for the garbage, the chairperson stated that the municipality will deploy its staff to clear the area for now. He, however, asserted that panchayats have to take the initiative and sort out their own garbage issues. Listen.
आमी आमचे बऱ्यापैकी काम चालूच आसा फक्त प्रॉब्लम येता आमकां बॉर्डरीचो सो एक बॉर्डर आमी ऑलरेडी कॅमेरा बीन घालून थंय आतां ऑलमोस्ट कमी जाल्लेले आसा आतां दुसरी बॉर्डर आहा ती थंय रोलिंग मिला कडेन थंय एक्चुली म्हणजे तेंच्याच एरियेन उडयल्या पंचायतीचेच एरियेन उडयल्या मुस्लीम आमच्या मुन्सिपालिटी एरियेन उडोवंक ना कचरो तो म्हणून आयज आमकां रिक्वेस्ट येयल्या प्रमाणे आमी थंय JCB बीन घालून आमी तांकां हेल्प करपाचो प्रयत्न केला पूण हेजो अर्थ असो ना की तेंच्यांनी पंचायतीनूय मातशें आपले इनिशिएटीव घेवन मातशें तेंच्यांनी लक्ष घालपाची गरज आसा आमी जमता तशें आमी हेल्प करपाचो प्रयत्न करता.
पयलीं हेजे प्रपोजल बी आयिल्लो पंचायतींतल्यान
प्रपोजल येयल्लो म्हणजे सरवण पंचायतीचो येयल्लो म्हणजे आमची गार्बेज घेया म्हणजे ते भायर पडले अशें दिसता त्या दीस मिटिंगेक भायर पडले ते.
हे जे बॉर्डर आसता पळय ताजे कितें प्रॉब्लम जाता मुन्सिपालिटी एरियेक
म्हणजे कांय कळना न्हू कोण नासतना ते हाडून उडयता आतां आमी हावस टू हावस कशें कलेक्शन करता तशें
तेंच्यांनी करपाक
करूंक जाय.
Mahesh Govekar, Subhashish Govekar and Sangeeta Uli for GOA365.
We will take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Between 2011 and 2022, close to 70,000 Indians surrendered their passports at regional passport office across the country, with Goa leading the 8 states accounting for over 90% of the surrendered documents. Here's more.
According to information provided by the Ministry of External Affairs in response to a request for information made under the Right to Information Act, as many as 40.45% of the 69,303 passports that were surrendered between 2011 and 2022 were turned in at the regional passport office in Goa. The top 8 states accounting for 90% of Indians surrendering their passports are Goa, Punjab, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Delhi and Chandigarh. However, in the grand scheme of things, the number of passports turned into regional passport offices since 2011 is only a small portion of the number of people who have given up their Indian citizenship during this time. According to figures provided in Parliament on March 24th this year by the Minister of State in the MEA, V. Muralidharan, nearly 16.21 lakh Indians resigned their citizenship between 2011 and October 31st of last year. Subhashish Govekar and Omkar Deshprabhu for Goa 365.
The White House on Monday condemned the online harassment directed towards a reporter who had asked Indian Prime Minister Modi about the human rights issue in his press conference in Washington.
The reporter had faced backlash after she asked Modi about the human rights issue in India surrounding the minorities at a rare press conference in Washington. While replying on the issue, the US National Security Council Coordinator for Strategic Communications, John Kirby, said, "It's unacceptable and we absolutely condemn any harassment of journalists anywhere under any circumstances. That's completely unacceptable and it's anti-ethical to the very principles of democracy that were on display last week during the state visit."
So there's one thing I just want to address really quickly, which I think is really important. It goes to Kelly O's question about Sabrina and what she has been dealing with since Thursday. So I just want to reiterate a little bit what John said, is that we're certainly here at the White House under this administration. We're committed to the freedom of the press, which is why we had the press conference last week. So just want to remind folks, that's why we had the press conference last week. And just to also just repeat what you just all heard from my colleague, we are certainly condemn any efforts of intimidation or harassment of a journalist or any journalist that is just trying to do their job. And so I just want to be very clear about that.
Manish Parab and Shivani Sangelkar for Goa 365.
We will take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. A traffic issue has come to light at the Margao court as advocates complain about the lack of parking space. People visiting the court are now parking their vehicles dangerously along the road, creating further problems for commuters. Here's the full story.
With increasing footfall, the Margao court is now contributing to the traffic woes in the city, as the construction of the new building is still pending. Some advocates allege that the authority responsible for building the new court has left the work pending for the last few years. This has in turn raised issues such as lack of parking space. With cases increasing, there is a need for more space, and the only way to address the issue would be to complete the project as soon as possible.
पेंडिंग असल्या कारण खूप त्रास झाला. सेशन कोर्टात ट्रॅफिक इतले जाता की ऑलमोस्ट तुला गाडी पार्किंग करून घ्या. लोअर कोर्टाची हालत तशी ना हो कोर्ट आता आणि तेच्यानी ॲड केला की मिनिस्टर केसी ह्या त्यो सगळे डिस्ट्रिक्ट तहसीलदार हांगा धाडपाचें मडगांव. त्या खातीर सगळे पणजेचे एडवोकेट वास्कोचे एडवोकेट सगळे मेळून इतले कंजेशन जाता की ऑलमोस्ट तुका पार्किंग म्हणटा तें मेळना. आणि इवन ते ट्रॅफिक सुद्दां सारकें ना.
जालां कितें की ते येता इन्स्पेक्शन करताना वयता. सो काम स्टार्ट अर्दे करता आनी अर्दे वयता. आतां कितलींशीं वर्सां जालीं तें काम केलां, अर्दे मदीं सोडलां आनी परत स्टार्ट केलें, परत सोडलां. कितें कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर जालें. फाटल्या दिसांनी सुद्दां 3-4 म्हयन्या पयलीं परत इन्स्पेक्शन करून परत रिपोर्ट घेवन गेल्या. आतां पळोवया केन्ना परत स्टार्ट करता तें. कितें सद्या अशें कितें केसी आहा जे कितकी केसी वाडल्या, कितकीशी लिटिगेशन आनी कितकीश्योच कोर्टान केसी वाडल्या. सो आतां कोर्ट कमी पडल्या आनी कोर्ट कमी पडल्या आनी जागोय कमी पडला. गव्हर्मेंटान जाता जाल्यार भायरूय जो जागो आहा तो एक्वायर करून स्पेशली पार्किंगा खातीर थोडो जागो आहा. फक्त पार्किंग समज प्रोविजन केलें जाल्यार लिटिगंट नाल्यार एडवोकेट्स पार्किंग करून रोड क्रॉस करून येवपाक शकता. पार्किंग जागो आहा पूण गव्हर्मेंटान तो एक्वायर करपाक जाय.
Ramesh Naik Raut, Manish Parab and Omkar Deshprabhu for Goa 365.
And now for the weather. The State Met Department has issued yellow alert until 29 June owing to heavy rainfall. July, however, is likely to see a reduction in rainfall activity. Temperatures are expected to see a slight rise of about 8 degrees. Here's more on the weather.
The next 2 days are expected to see heavy rainfall across many areas, with very heavy rainfall likely in the interior regions. Yellow alerts have been issued for the 28th and 29th of this month. The weekend, however, will see a slight reduction in rainfall activity. No warnings have been issued for 30th June and 1st July. The coastline will, however, continue to see high waves. Boats have also been advised against venturing out to sea. Heavy rainfall expected on 28th and 29th June. Yellow alerts issued for Wednesday, Thursday. No weather warnings for the weekend. High sea waves warning issued. Boat owners advised against venturing out to sea. maximum and minimum temperatures 31 degrees Celsius and 24 degrees Celsius respectively. A low pressure area meanwhile is developing over North Chhattisgarh and its surrounding areas. A cyclonic circulation is likely to form and move towards North Madhya Pradesh during the next 2 days. Bureau Report GOA365 with inputs from IMD.
And with that, we have come to the end of this news bulletin. For more news and update, log on to our website www.GOA365.tv. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube GOA365 TV. Take care, stay safe and keep watching GOA365.